Another question here says, is it true that if I don't immediately notify my landlord about something damaged in my apartment, the landlord can withhold that from my security deposit because the damage is my fault?
And that one, in that really, there's no immediately. You don't have to make that report at any point in time, but if the damage is actually your fault and exceeds and is beyond what normal wear and tear would be, and normal wear and tear is really, and we talked about earlier, but it's really up to, when you get in front of a judge, the judge will determine what's normal wear and tear. But if it is something that you broke, you are responsible to fix it or repair it, or that will be taken out of your deposit if it's greater than the normal wear and tear.
Okay.
But there's no duty to report.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I've seen these leases where it has absolutely nothing to do with whether the tenant really is at fault. They've just got one of these ridiculous provisions in there that says if you don't report it immediately, then we get to just blame it on you, even if the ceiling just caved in all on its own. And that suddenly it's your fault because you didn't report it immediately. And just like common sense would dictate, I'd say the law is consistent with this. That's a bunch of baloney. It is not. If it's not your fault, it's not your fault. The lease can't suddenly make it your fault. And it would be, if it's a problem with the building or the structure, that is the landlord's responsibility. They can't make it your responsibility just because you didn't report it immediately.
Yeah, and there are, in Louisiana law, there are 2 warranties to tenants that even if the landlord puts it in the lease that it's waived, or that they write, that it's the opposite of this, these 2 warranties cannot be waived. And one is the warranty of habitability, that the landlord has warranted that this place is habitable and fit for you to live in. And the second one, which Laura touched on, is the warranty of peaceable possession, which means that you're going to be able to live in the house and not be, disturbed by the landlord coming in at 3 in the morning to check on the pipes, or any sort of harassment or anything like that. So those are the 2 warranties that all tenants have, regardless of what your lease says.
Excellent.